Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to our brand new series on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 called Around the World in 40 Flights. Now, this is the first time we have done a series on Flight Sim, so hopefully it's going to be a good one. As per the title, you can guess the premise is we are going round the world in 40 flights. We have, should we say, resurrected this lovely Monarch Boeing 737-900. That's going to be our steed for the duration of this series. Today is episode 1. We're doing leg 1, which is Heathrow, our home base, down to the south of France, and Nice. Now, in the description you will find a link to a cheap and cheerful website. On that website it gives you all the information as to the sections that we're doing it in, which legs are in the sections, the distance, when we've got a flight route for it, details about the aircraft, all sorts of information just to help you see what we've done, where we're going, where we've been, and that sort of thing. So let me introduce you to a few things. So my co-pilot in the cockpit is called Katie. You will hear me talking to her. You will hear her talking quite a lot. I also have another couple of co-pilots to my right hand side, which are two zebra finches called Bill and Ben, and as you can possibly hear already, they do like to talk. My lead flight attendant is called Caroline, and you will also hear her. We are using Sane Tensions AI for our air traffic control, and we are using GSX Pro for all of our ground handling services. So what I need to do is I need to get us a flight plan sorted out in SimBrief, just so we can tell the aircraft where we want to go to. It's quite a simple process in SimBrief these days. Takes a couple of minutes. And then I have a spreadsheet where I put a few bits of information down, because I've got a immensely impressive memory, which, as you can probably guess, was sarcastic because it doesn't work at all. So I end up just making a note of everything, and then I know what I'm doing, and no, that's a lie, I never know what I'm doing, but it gives me a better understanding of what I think I'm supposed to be doing. As for the aircraft, I do work from a homemade checklist. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it certainly works for me. If anybody needs a copy of that, I will be more than welcome to provide it. We are taking passengers with us. We need to take passengers with us because we want to try and make some money. We haven't bought this aircraft, we have chartered it, and it is costing us $25,000 per flight. So we need to make that back. We can make that back by A, carrying passengers, and B, we can get it back through a little bit of freight that we carry. I just realised that I haven't actually let you see the aircraft, but there it is. I haven't moved yet. We are going to have a very, very, very brief look round once I've worked out exactly where we're going, what we're doing, and we need to start being a bit piloty So we are only nice at 80 when we arrive at the moment. Last bit of information I need is the payload, which is 14628. That will help me with all the calculations. So that's the flight planning done. So the aircraft. Let's see. Nothing going on at the moment. We've got a few people wandering around. So let's jump into the cockpit. And let's immediately... Oh, there's Katie there. Hello, Katie. Let's get this door open. And let's just have a very, very brief look. There's the cabin. It's a single class cabin. It's a 2 and 2 setup. Forward galley is here, and we are just going to stand over here because weirdly, even though we're in the aircraft, we haven't boarded the crew yet. So let's start with my checklist. You'll get used to me doing this. So the first thing we need to do is load our sim brief flight plan into the aircraft, and that is as simple as done. Okay, so the next thing I normally do is just to not get any conflicts. I just release all the PMDG ground vehicles, and then what we're going to do, the bit that takes the longest is normally the catering vehicles. So we are going to request the catering from GSX, like so. Let's use the airport stairs, and let's use... Who should we... Oh, it didn't give us a choice.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Catering vehicles are on the way, and I think what we'll also do is start the boarding as well. So, request boarding.
Boarding requested.
There we go. Do like this sort of bird's eye view of what's going on. So hopefully we get some stairs up to the aircraft. We'll get a crew bus arriving. All of this we get charged for now in GSX. We are on stand 233 right at Heathrow. Our flight plan says it's about an hour and 40 flight, 2 hours and 8 block time. Our cruise is at 37,000 feet, and we're literally heading south out of London, across the Channel, south, all the way south across France, into the French Riviera. I do try to fly real weather and real time.
Do you want to board crew?
And because I plan on doing these videos at the weekends, hopefully we should always have daylight. So we'll wait for the crew to board, and then we will jump into the cockpit and start firing this beast up. Now, I've had a little trouble with the call sign with air traffic control, mainly because obviously Monarch are no longer around, which means that Set Intentions doesn't recognise Monarch as a call sign.
Pilot's
and
boarding starting.
it keeps reverting me back to Jet 2. So I've tried to confuse it into thinking we are Monarch. It might work, it might not. We might have a totally random call sign.
Crew boarding starting.
So let's just jump in the cockpit, wait for somebody to get in, and then we'll get started. There we go. So first job on our list is let's get the battery on. Oh, excuse me. Bear with me because I have been flying a 777 this morning, so things are in a slightly different area. We need to request the ground power unit, which is done. And then when that lights up, we can turn that on, which is there. We now need to turn the IRSs on, which is basically our navigation system, so the aircraft knows where it is. We need to arm the emergency lights,
Your
which are
passenger's bus is coming.
down here. We need to turn the window heats on, and we need to turn the probes on. And then we can request our clearance. So this is where we will find out what they're going to call us.
Heathrow clearance. Monarch 737. We're ready to receive our IFR clearance.
I think it worked.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Good afternoon.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay, so passengers now boarding. Hopefully you can hear all that.
Monarch
It did work in the
737,
test.
Heathrow clearance, cleared to Nice via the Mod Me 1 Juliet departure runway 9 right. Initial climb to 6,000, squawk 4413.
Okay, we can live with that. That's exactly as we filed. Oh, we've got a bill from... Oh, we've got two bills.
Hello.
Cleared to Nice via Mod Me 1 Juliet departure.
Although
Runway 9
I
right.
don't
Initial climb
actually
6,000.
know
Squawk 4413.
Welcome on board.
Monarch 737.
how we look at them now.
Monarch 737, read back
afternoon.
correct. Contact ground on 121.905.
Hello. Hello.
No, I don't.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This way.
welcome
That
aboard
works.
this British
So,
Airways flight number 739.
worked for
My
the
name
update.
is Caroline Reid, and along with my colleagues,
Right,
we
so
are here to
next
ensure
thing
your
we
journey
need to
to
do
Nice Côte
is look
d'Azur
at
is
our
comfortable and
performance
safe.
tool.
Please take your
and
seats as
work
indicated on your boarding
Good
how we're going to
afternoon.
get this
and stow your
aircraft
hand
off
Welcome
luggage
the
on board.
securely
ground.
in the overhead
So
bins
we know
or
we're
under the
going
seat in
from
front of you. Should you require any
09 right.
assistance, do not hesitate to ask any member of
We
our
can
crew.
import
Thank you for choosing
weather
British
and the
Airways.
details of
This
the
way, please.
aircraft.
Good
and then
afternoon.
calculate. So our V2 is going to be 154 knots. Our cell temp. These are the things we need to make a
Hello.
note of. 56 degrees. It's very warm in
Hello.
the UK today. Trim is 5.04. Our thrust. Nice long runway at Heathrow. Take off 2.
Boarding
Okay,
pass,
so we've
please.
got that. So next up, we need to go into our FMC. So because I've got one on my desk, I am going to zoom in. No.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Okay, zoom in and let you see exactly what I'm doing. My microphone. So we can clear that message. We are going from EGLL. We are at gate 233 right. And we can use that as our position, and that's good. Okay, so Next up, we need to get our route. So we're going from there and we're going into LFMN, which is there, and flight plan request.
Hello.
Passengers boarding
Cinder
starting.
Reef. There's a bit of a bug with the 737 in that it asks you twice, which is a little bit weird, but it is what it is, and it still works. So we've set the payload, we've set the fuel. Our fuel up in the top corner there is 17,200 with nothing at the
Hello.
moment in the centre tanks. So back on the FMC, let's select the route. It's
Good afternoon.
now requesting the flight plan.
Hello.
It's ready
May I see your
to
boarding pass?
load.
Welcome on board.
And we can activate and execute. Awesome. Right, departure arrival. So we know we're going from 09 right. We are going on the Modme J, which is that one, and no transition. Back to index, back to our arrival. At the moment we're looking at 04 left with a nicer 8T start, and we're not going to worry about a SID. So that's the departure arrival sorted. Okay, init ref. So we are flying at 370. 0 fuel weight. Let's do it in a ton of reserves. Our cost index was 67, and we can execute that. Okay, we are derated to take off 2, and our settle temp was 56, and we don't seem to have any V speed to go. Oh no, we won't get them yet because we haven't put the flaps in. Now we get our V speeds and our centre of gravity. So that is all that done, that done, that done, that done, that's all done. So the FMC is pretty much set up. So now let's have a look at the MCP. Again, I've got one on my desk, so you'll just see what's happening. Flight directors are going on, and we need to know the runway heading. So I'm going to look at Navigraph, departure airport, info, runways, and 9 left is 088. So heading 088. Our ATC initial altitude is 6,000 feet, so we'll get that set. Our V2, now with the V2 what I normally do is whatever they give us I round it up and then add 10. So they give us 154, which is 160, 170. Don't know if that's right, but it does seem to work for me. On the auto throttle, done. Select LNAV and VNAV, which are done, and then set QNH. So QNH is set. Okay, so we need to put seatbelts on now that we're fueled. Let the crew know. Turn the yaw damper on. Set our cruise altitude pressure, 37,000 feet. Turn the left fuel pump on so we can get fuel to the APU. Turn the anti-collision lights on to let people know that's what we're going to do, and start the APU. So APU, this gauge down here, you can't see my mouse pointer, so I'm not even going to worry about pointing it out to you. Okay, so boarding is complete. So whilst we wait for that, let's shut the cockpit door before we forget. That goes ahead. Okay, APU generators are going on. We can now release the ground power and let them disconnect it on the ground. So release that. And now let's let the ground crew know we are getting ready for pushback. Okay, so we need to release any ground vehicles that we have got. We need to make sure the doors
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
closed.
pushback.
And arm all the doors. We need to make sure our parking brake is on.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Remove the chocks and start the stopwatch. Okay, so turn the rest of the fuel pumps on. Now we don't need to turn the centre ones on because there's nothing in the centre. Turn the
Locking
APU
gear.
lead on and then request pushback. And start.
Heathrow ground, Monarch 737, requesting pushback and start.
Monarch 737, push and start approved. Face south.
So we need to face south. So we want to go nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let's start the right engine. And so
Cabin
ready
attendants,
to
arm doors and cross-check.
introduce the
Welcome aboard
fuel.
British Airways Flight 739 to Nice Côte d'Azur.
Fuel
Our
is
flight time is approximately
introduced.
1 hour and 45 minutes. Please pay close attention to the safety demonstration, even if you fly frequently. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and tighten it by pulling the strap. Keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. Return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright
Okay,
position
left
and open
engine
window blinds for
start.
takeoff and landing. Set mobile phones and devices to flight mode. Laptops must be stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and e-cigarettes are prohibited throughout the aircraft, including lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop if needed. Pull the mask towards you, place it over nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are under your seat or
So,
between
while we're
seats.
being pushed
Put
back,
on,
we
fasten,
can
and
set
inflate
the
after leaving the
auto brake
aircraft.
to rejected
Child
takeoff,
life vests
set
are
flaps
available.
to
Floor
5.
lighting guides you to the nearest exit, which may be
Trim,
behind
we
you.
need
This
5.04.
aircraft
Please
has
set
all
parking brakes.
exits. Leave all belongings behind in an evacuation.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
If any device becomes hot or emits smoke, inform crew at once. The safety card contains full details. Thank you for your attention.
Actually, tweak downwards. Trim is done. APU lead needs to go off. Engine gen needs to go on. confirm that we have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Heathrow Tower, Monarch 737. We are ready to taxi.
Monarch 737, Heathrow Tower, runway 09 a right taxi via Kilo Alpha, link 52, November 11. Tow truck disconnected, bypass pin removed. Virgin 45 Whiskey, contact departure. Good day. Left is clear, right is clear.
Okay, switching to departure, Virgin 45 Whiskey.
Show it twice.
Scandinavian 531, winds 130 at 7. Cleared to land, runway 9 left.
Cleared to land, 9er left, Scandinavian 531.
Parking brakes off. And let's start our taxi. So 09 right, we're going down to the bottom, turning right and then all the way to the other end. Around. Sometimes we get some big queues at Heathrow.
Virgin 45 Whiskey, contact Heathrow radar on 125.625.
I've got the engines running and forgot to turn the APU off, so that's now going off. Don't know why I forgot that, because it's in my checklist. Can get a bit of a wiggle on in a straight line. I don't normally use the external views enough, but Heathrow is fantastic. This is the only airport that I've actually purchased.
Shamrock 1, X-ray Tango, winds 130 at 7, runway 9 left, clear to land. Welcome to Heathrow.
Clear to land, Shamrock 1, X-ray Tango.
runway 09 right. Kilo, Alpha, link 52, November 11, Monarch 737.
And I'll hand over the radios to Katie, I think. Katie, you have the comms.
I've got the comms now, Clyde.
Scandinavian 531, contact ground on 121.905.
Ground, Scandinavian 531.
So there'll be no editing in this series. It's going to be warts and all. If we crash, we crash. Mistakes will happen. Luckily it's a sim. So other rules for the series, I am allowed to use time acceleration but only up to 4 times speed. All of our legs are 2,000 nautical miles or less. That was one of the flight rules when setting up the series. 2,000 miles is just shy of maximum range for this aircraft. And we are going to some weird and wonderful places. Okay, so they didn't ask us to switch. We're already on power, so let's request a takeoff. In the meantime, we can
Heathrow Tower, Monarch 737.
get lights on,
Holding short of the runway, ready for departure.
turn the TCAS on.
Monarch 737, runway 09 right, winds 130 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Radar is on. We are cleared for takeoff. So, Katie, we will be doing a rolling takeoff.
Swiss 3 Charlie Tango, runway 9 left, winds 110 at 3, cleared to land.
Katie, are you
Runway
happy with the rolling
09
takeoff?
right, cleared for takeoff. Monarch 737.
We're cleared for takeoff, Clyde. Let's go!
I'll take that as a yes.
Shuttle 9 Zulu, winds 130 at 7, runway 9 left, cleared to land.
Okay.
Heathrow Tower, Monarch 737, runway 09 right. Winds 130 at 7, you're cleared for takeoff.
Airspeed alive.
Throttle engaged.
Shamrock 1 X-ray Tango, contact ground on 121.905.
Ground on 121.905, Shamrock 1 X-ray Tango.
B1 approaching.
B1, rotate. B2. Positive reincline.
Here is coming up. So 15 degrees nose up. 500 feet, we will engage the autopilot. And we should hook off to the right.
Monarch 737, contact Heathrow radar on 125.625.
Switch Switching to Heathrow radar on 125.625, Monarch 737.
Again.
Heathrow radar, Monarch 737. Good afternoon, climbing through 1,000.
Monarch 737, Heathrow radar identified. Climb flight level 100.
Okay, so water brake off.
Climb flight level 100, Monarch 737.
Isn't going to be for a while because we've got a lot of altitude restrictions around.
Monarch 737, climb flight level 200.
We'll set it.
Climbing flight level 200, Monarch 737.
00 set. And at this point I can take us up to 2 times speed.
Monarch 737, contact London Control on 121.03.
Contacting London Control on 121.03, Monarch 737. London Control, Monarch 737. Good afternoon, climbing through 3,000 for flight level 200.
Level out to 6,000.
Monarch 737, London Control identified. Good afternoon, QNH 1030.
QNH 1030.
QNH
Monarch
checked.
737.
Okay, a couple of miles and then we'll start climbing for real. Looks like we are going out of the UK over Chichester area, Portsmouth, around that way, between Portsmouth and Bognor Regis. Okay, the altimeter to standard. And let the climb begin. So as I said, very warm day in the UK
Monarch
today.
737, climb and maintain flight level 260.
260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260, Monarch 737.
260 set. Well, actually, we're hooking a left in a minute, so let's see where that's going to take us across the coast. Probably to the east of Bognor Regis. Okay, 10,000 feet, so let's release the crew.
Dear guests, you may now
Release
use
the
approved electronic
passengers.
devices in flight mode. Our
Right.
cabin service will begin
Get our
shortly. We hope you have a pleasant
unneeded
flight with British Airways.
Lights off. Let's get the weather radar on. Not that I'm expecting any weather. Range to 40 miles. And I'm just going to, I'll zoom in so you can see it. I'm going to set some fixes for when we get to Nice. So fix LFMN. And we'll have a 360 at 25 miles, a 360 at 10 miles, and a 360 at 6 miles. They are just my references for when we get there. So I know when to slow down and speed up. So we're actually crossing the coast over Worthing. Tick that off my checklist. So the else on the checklist now until the descent.
Monarch 737, climb flight level 330.
Climbing flight level 330. Monarch 737.
230 set. What is going on with that billing system in GSX? I'm sure there will be some sort of fix for that. But it's given them to you, and hear the ka-ching. Ah, here we go. Ah, interesting. Here we go. So, catering cost us. Oh, and it's in pounds now. Oh yeah, because they're doing it local currency. So this has been that. So we don't need an exchange rate. So catering is 24773. Do actually use these, which is, I think it's a nice touch.
Monarch 737. Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Yes.
Climb and maintain flight level 370. Monarch 737.
Passenger bus, £12 and 3 pence. $370 set. What did we say? £12 and 3 pence. I'm not sure if you can see it in this. One way for me to find out.
London Control, Alpine 4640, flight level 240.
Okay, so we can delete that invoice. I like this system.
London Control, easy 43 Kilo Papa, flight level 210.
2435 30. Delete that invoice.
Ryanair 287 Yankee contact London Control on 127.83.
127.83, Ryanair 287 Yankee, thanks for the help.
So we've got no more there. You can't delete them all, but whilst we're in the climb, I'm going to just delete them. Just because I like to be tidy. Got to be a quicker way to do this. Clean up invoices.
Monarch 737, contact Paris Control on 128.875.
All invoices.
Switching to Paris Control on 128.875.
I like what they've
Monarch
done there.
737. Paris Control,
Okay,
Monarch
so we
737. Good
Got over the
afternoon.
coast.
Climbing through flight level 300 for flight level 370.
Monarch 737 Paris Control, good afternoon.
And we've got our long stretch across France, which is, don't know, 500 miles, something like that.
Eurowings 4 Zulu Alpha, descend and maintain flight level 150. Cleared for the Alesso 1 hotel arrival into Heathrow.
Down to flight level 150. Cleared for the Alesso 1 hotel arrival into Heathrow, Eurowings 4 Zulu Alpha.
Paris Control, Speedbird 475 Echo, flight level 350.
Speedbird 475 Echo, radar contact.
So financially the way it works...
Alpine 4640, descend and maintain flight level 170. Cleared for the BIBAX 9er Whiskey arrival into De Gaulle.
We charge per passenger, and there will be a different amount of passengers on each flight. So this time we've got 138.
Paris Control, Speedbird 615, flight level 320.
On freight.
Speedbird 615, radar contact.
You get charged 25,000. We're going to do 25,000 whatever, depending on the exchange rate. So sometimes it will be expensive, sometimes it will be a bit cheaper. That's just to charter the aircraft, and then we have to pay for the fuel.
Paris Control, ICO 7 Juliet, flight level 320.
ICO 7 Juliet, radar contact.
Is
Air Portugal 64 Bravo Romeo, descend and maintain flight level 220. Cleared for the Tulani 9er Alpha arrival into Brussels.
Dear guests, we will now begin our snack and beverage service. Today we are pleased to offer our popular British Airways Classic Tea and freshly baked shortbread biscuits. After the service, selected items from the British Airways shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for your attention.
With surroundings and little bits of turbulence, but it helps us get the flights done a little bit quicker. So today we have classic tea and freshly baked shortbread biscuits on our short flight. So yeah, speed we can go up 2 times for. Financially we're invested in this. We want to make money out of it. We didn't want to spend a lot of money on buying a new aircraft, hence the charter fees.
Chinook 72 Uniform Whiskey, descend and maintain flight level 240. Cleared for the Hemel 1 Bravo arrival into Birmingham.
Like I say, there is
in the descent for flight level 240. Cleared for the Hemel 1 Bravo arrival into Birmingham, Chinook 72 Uniform Whiskey.
It's a free one. Just giving you the basic information, but you can see when the next flight is going to be.
Paris Control, Transavia 25 Whiskey, flight level 320.
So if you missed any, or if you want to go back and revisit any, you can. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just on, just as a teaser. Section 1 is Europe and the Middle East. Section 2 is India and Southeast Asia. Section 3 is East Asia and Japan. Section 4 is the wild
Paris Control, Speedbird 521, flight level 350.
Section 5 is the deep Pacific and Oceania. Section 6 is the Indian Ocean and Africa. Section 7 is the
Genex 48 Charlie Lima, contact Swiss radar on 133.05.
And then Section 8 is the Arctic.
On to 133.05, Genex 48 Charlie Lima, good day.
We are doing 2 flights today. Because I wanted to do one yesterday and one today, but there was just far too much sport going on yesterday. So I'm going to do 2 today.
Transavia 25 Whiskey, descend and maintain flight level 220. Cleared for the Redford 1 Alpha arrival into Schiphol.
Unless life gets in the way.
Leaving for flight level 220. Cleared for the Redford 1 Alpha arrival into Schiphol, Transavia 25 Whiskey.
We are
Paris
currently
Control,
due
Air
to
Canada
finish
871, flight level
on the
240.
4th of October, which gives us
Air Canada
plenty of
871,
time
radar
to
contact.
A, see whether it's working, and then B, see if we go again on a new challenge. What that new challenge would be, I have no idea, but there's plenty of time to work it out. I'm just trying to tidy up my spreadsheet for this series.
Monarch 737, contact Paris Control on 125.45.
So that I know what's going on.
Contacting Paris Control on 125.45. Monarch 737. Paris Control. Monarch 737. Good afternoon. With you, flight level 370.
Monarch 737, Paris Control identified. Good afternoon.
Done a quick calculation and we are in theory doing just shy of 42,000 miles in this series. So let's get some details in. So we've got 138 passengers. We've got a little bit of freight, 690 kilos. We started off with fuel of 17,200 should be kilos. So again, if you want to see the route, well, the route that was planned, which is not always the route that is actually taken, but if you want to see that, once the obviously once you're watching this, it's already going to be up on the website and on the YouTube channel. So just visit the website and you will see the route that was planned for each flight. So we've got 150 miles, 150 until top of descent. We might be coming down slightly early, maybe 10 miles earlier than that we might start.
Monarch 737, expect the NISA 8 Tango arrival. Descent coming up in about 15 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
Expecting the NISA 8 Tango arrival. Descent in about 15 minutes. Monarch 737.
Okay, so the NISA 8 Tango is what was planned. Let's see if they're going to give us 04 left. Monarch 737, which runway will we be landing on, please?
Monarch 737, expect runway 04 left.
Excellent, as planned. Very often that happens. So just go back to the financials quickly, just so you know. Our 138 passengers netted us £69,000. Our 690 kilos of freight netted us 3,450. So far the fuel has cost us £17,000.
Monarch 737, contact Marseille Control on 123.805.
But we're only paying for what we
Switching
use,
to Marseille
so
Control
we'll get
on
some of that back.
123.805. Monarch
And our
737.
costs at the moment are
Marseille Control, Monarch 737. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 370.
So
Monarch 737, Marseille Control, good afternoon.
We're not going to make a massive amount of money out of this series, but as long as we break even. What is the euro exchange rate at the moment? 0.86. There's some funny exchange rates in my list.
Volatia 902 November, contact Barcelona Control on 133.08.
133.08, Volatia 902 November, thanks.
Marseille Control, France Soleil 8965, flight level 350.
France Soleil 8965, radar contact.
55 miles to the top of descent. I like to start descending no later than 150 miles out, so we are going to go down a little bit early. Let's find somewhere.
Captain Clyde,
for my
would you or
microphone.
the first officer care for a drink or a small snack at this time?
Yes, please, Caroline, just a drink.
Understood, Captain. We will bring a drink to the flight deck now.
Alpine 67 Golf Lima, contact Barcelona Control on 133.08.
133.08 for Alpine 67 Golf Lima. Good day.
So Nice is obviously right next door to Monaco. I'm not sure what sort of views we'll get.
Volatia 902 November, contact Barcelona Control on 133.08.
Whether we'll have a chance at looking at the views.
133.08, Volatia 902 November, thanks for the help.
But what I'm going to do now is drop us down to 2 times speed. That's our view at the moment. And get ready to do this descent.
Air France 16 Quebec November, descend and maintain flight level 110. Cleared for the Pine 9er November arrival into St. X.
In the descent for flight level 110. Cleared for the Pine 9er November arrival into St. X, Air France 16 Quebec November.
Monarch 737 requesting our descent into Nice, please.
Monarch 737, descend via Nice R8 Tango to flight level 080 into Nice.
Descending via Nice. 8 Tango to flight level 080 into Nice.
080 set.
Monarch 737.
Captain, the drink has been delivered to the flight deck. All is in order here.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Captain.
So yeah, just looking at the map, we're not going in over Monaco. We're going further southwest and landing
Marseille
on the
Control, Air France
northeasterly
51 Papa
runway.
Delta, flight level 240.
Air France 51 Papa Delta, radar contact.
Ryanair 8 November Kilo contact Swiss radar on 133.05.
133.05 for Ryanair 8 November Kilo. Marseille Control, Condor 90 Charlie uniform, flight level 310.
Charlie uniform, radar contact.
Busy airspace around the south of France.
Marseille Control, Air France 33 Foxtrot, Romeo, flight level 180.
Obviously a massive holiday
33
destination,
Foxtrot, Romeo, radar contact.
especially for the rich and famous, which is not me.
Marseille Control, Alpine 13 Papa Yankee, flight level 160.
Alpine 13 Papa Yankee, radar contact.
Marseille Control, Easy 32 Foxtrot Juliet, flight level 330.
32 Foxtrot Juliet, radar contact.
Marseille Control, Vueling 6 November Zulu, flight level 240.
Vueling 6 November Zulu, radar contact.
Monarch 737 cleared Muse transition. Expect the ILS Yankee runway 4 left approach into Nice. Verify information Yankee.
Cleared MU transition. Expect ILS Yankee approach runway 4 left. Monarch 737.
Alpine 13 Papa Yankee contact Barcelona Control on 133.08.
133.08 Alpine 13 Papa Yankee.
Easy 901 Echo Victor, descend and maintain flight level 220. Cleared for the Sargo 5 Bravo arrival into Menorca.
Out of current altitude for flight level 220. Cleared for the Sargo 5 Bravo arrival into Menorca, Easy 901 Echo Victor.
Lufthansa 62 Foxtrot contact Swiss radar on 133.05.
The descent sorted out. So let's calculate our landing speed. So in our performance tool, landing en route, we're going into 04 left, and our VREF is 145. So when we land, I set 5 knots higher.
Monarch 737 contact Marseille Control on 128.855.
Auto brake
Looking
is
for Marseille Control
set.
on 128.855. Monarch 737.
Minimums is set.
Marseille Control,
We haven't been given a
Monarch
Q&H yet,
737.
so
Good afternoon. Flight level
have a look at
220
the
for flight level
METAR.
080.
Q&H is 1028.
Monarch 737 Marseille Control identified. Bon après-midi.
Let's tell the aircraft what we're going to do on landing. So we're going flaps 40 and 151 knots. That's done. And then let's set up our ILS. So I need to look at the charts for
Beeline 8 November Yankee contact Langen radar on 129.355.
ILS Zulu.
129.355 for Beeline 8 November Yankee. Good day.
Zoom in so you can see. So the
Monarch
frequency is
737, contact Nice approach on
109.95.
120.16.
995.
Contacting Nice approach on 120.16. Monarch 737.
995. Set 2.
Nice approach. Monarch 737. Good afternoon. Flight level 180 for flight level 080.
And set on the left.
Monarch 737. Nice approach identified. Bon après-midi.
Okay, let's see our 25-mile ring. Just gonna have a look at the taxi charts and parking stand. Yeah, that's a bit crazy, so wait and see when we get there.
Monarch
Didn't get
737.
there.
Cross D222 X-ray at altitude 4,000 feet.
Cross D222X at altitude 4,000 feet. Monarch 737.
Range down a touch. Let's request that. So Monarch 737 request flight level 040.
Monarch 737 descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Descending to 4,000 feet. Monarch 737.
Set. I'd just like to do that rather than them giving us a late descent. Switch over to descent.
Departure, Cedar Jet 202-2000 for 4,000.
Cedar Jet 202, radar contact. Climb and maintain 12-1-2000.
Climb 12-1-2000, Cedar Jet 202.
Speed brake. In the meantime, let's get the seatbelts on. Windows off. Again,
Monarch 737, cleared for the ILS runway 4 left approach via MUS.
Cleared for the ILS runway 4 left approach via MUS. Monarch 737.
Then off my checklist. Seems to do some flaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now commencing
Departure
our
Eurowing
final
7
approach
Papa Charlie
to base.
2000
Please
for
ensure all
4,000.
electronic devices are switched off and stowed securely
Eurowing
for
7
the
Papa
remainder of
Charlie,
the flight.
radar contact,
Kindly
climb and
return your tray
maintain
tables to
8,000.
their upright and locked position. Place your seat
8,000,
backs
Eurowing
fully
7
upright
Papa Charlie.
and fasten your seatbelts securely. Our cabin crew will be conducting a final check to confirm everyone is seated and belted. The weather in Nice is clear with a mild temperature. Our assigned gate upon arrival will be Gate 35 Charlie. Thank you for your cooperation
Gate
and attention.
35 Charlie. Noted. Let's BOR lock that. So we start tracking in the right direction.
Departure Vietnam Airlines 56-2000 for 4,000.
He was very loud.
Vietnam Airlines 56, radar contact, climb and maintain 11-1-1000.
Climb 11-1-1000, Vietnam Airlines 56.
Still maybe 24 miles out at the moment. Stunning French Riviera coastline. extra impetus. Massively long runway, it's only just over 8,000 feet. Okay, let's get rid of that. Ready to get rid of that speed brake. Once we're tracking the ILS, we'll get onto approach. We could turn left any minute. Speed brake in. And then we go tracking. And let's get us on approach. Approach is set.
Salida Speedbird 588 Lima 2000 para 4000.
Speedbird 588, Lima, radar contact. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Up to 10,000. Speedbird 588, Lima.
Monarch 737, contact Nice Tower on 118.7.
Contacting Nice Tower on 118.7. Monarch 737.
Then when we're 10 miles out, we'll start slowing down into using flaps and gear.
Nice Tower, Monarch 737. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway 4 left approach.
Monarch 737, Nice Tower, number 4, runway 04 left.
Slowing. Miles, 190 sec.
Shamrock 545, holding short of 4 right, ready to go.
Shamrock 545, winds 170 at 4, runway 4 right, cleared for takeoff.
180 set and gear.
4 right, Shamrock 545.
Air France 51 Papa Delta, winds 170 at 4, runway 4 left, cleared to land. Welcome to Nice.
Cleared to land 4 left, Air France 51 Papa Delta.
2500.
Alpine 709 Victor, hold short of runway 4 left.
Holding short of runway 4 left, Alpine 709er Victor.
Monarch 737, expect late landing clearance, runway 04 left.
6 miles, 157 flaps.
Eurowings 4 Romeo, contact ground on 121.705.
We are now fully configured for landing.
Ground Eurowings 4 Romeo.
Wizz Air 4009er, winds 170 at 4, runway 4 left, cleared to land. Cleared to land 4 left, Wizz Air 4009er.
Traffic.
Shamrock 545, contact departure.
Switching to departure, Shamrock 545.
Approaching runway 4 left.
Some more cues to get ready.
Monarch 737, runway 04 left, winds 160 at 5, cleared to land.
And there's our landing clearance.
Runway 04 left, cleared to land. Monarch 737.
A bit breezy.
Approaching minimums. 100.
Spoilers ready.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Down and spoilers up. Keep us on the centre line. Okay. Autopilot off. Auto throttle off.
Monarch 737, contact ground on 121.705.
Spoilers retracted.
Switching to ground on 121.705. Monarch 737. Lease ground.
Flaps
Monarch 737. Good afternoon. Cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
And runway vacated.
Monarch 737, Nice ground, taxi to gate 35 center via Hotel 1, uniform Golf Tango. Good day.
Let's get the landing lights off. Let's fire up the APU and let's turn the TCAS off. And now we can taxi.
Gate 35 Charlie. Hotel 1, uniform Golf Tango. Monarch 737.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nice. A little known fact about this city. It is home to the world-famous Promenade des Anglais, a beautiful seaside walkway named after the English aristocrats who frequented it in the 19th century. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we have reached the final parking position and the seatbelt sign has been switched off. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with British Airways. The local time here in Nice is 3:51 p.m.
Where's that plane up there going? Outside. Taxiing in. Where are we going? 35 Centre. Say that right. Could be over here on the right. Line ourselves up and then try that again. So we've got a 3-5 Echo.
Air Baltic 4 Whiskey Alpha, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Let's go 3-5 Echo. Show this one. Activate. Okay. Know if I've got an LFMN as on scenery.
Was Air 4009er taxi to parking via Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left.
Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left, Wizz Air 4009er.
Always something in the way.
Wizz Air 4009er, cross runway 22 left.
Just creeping in at the
Air
moment.
4009er.
Let's just... Parking spots don't always line up with GSX, that's the trouble. I think that's because I haven't got the correct profiles in. Okay, so let's get parking brakes on. Okay, let's fire up the APU generators so that we can shut the engines off like so. Okay, now we need to set the chocks. And
ground Wizz Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot, taxi to the ramp.
1 hour 57.
Wizz Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot, taxi to parking via Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left.
Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left, Wizz Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot.
Okay.
Air Baltic 4 Whiskey Alpha, runway 4 right, taxi via Sierra Delta Tango Charlie Uniform Alpha Alpha 1, hold short of runway 4 left.
We will release the crew.
Runway 4 right, taxi via Sierra Delta Tango Charlie Uniform Alpha Alpha 1, hold short of runway 4 left, Air Baltic 4 Whiskey Alpha.
Turn the lights off.
Wizz Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot, cross runway 22 left.
We'll turn most of the lights off.
With Malta 7
Now
Charlie
we want
Foxtrot.
to disarm the doors.
With Air 4009 cross runway 4 right.
And request the boarding.
The boarding requested.
The boarding is requested. Okay, so now we can turn the ground power on. We can turn the APU
Air
off.
4009 cross runway 4 left.
And we can do some more requesting. So we are going to request a lavatory service.
Lavatory service has been requested.
We can turn the parking brake off because we've got the chocks in. We are going to request the potable water service. We are then going to turn the packs off. Turn the window heats off.
Passengers bus is coming.
With Air 4009 cross runway 4 left.
Turn the probes off.
Air 4009.
So the IRS is off. We can disarm the emergency lights. And we can turn the fuel pumps off. And then we can request the cleaning service.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Okay. And make a note of the fuel. So we've got 6,700 left. 6700. Excellent. So let me just tick them off of my checklist. Which is done. We can reset the MCP. So flight director off.
Cross runway 4 right with Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot.
On to map, that's done. Now we can put all these into our spreadsheet. So 6,700, 6700 we had left on the fuel, and then our costs were 27.
With Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot, cross runway 4 left. Cross runway 4 left with Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot.
0.05. So we made nearly £34,000 out of that.
Cross runway 4 left, Scandinavian 80 Delta.
Flight time. And we ended up at, where did we end up? We ended up at 35E.
With Malta 7 Charlie Foxtrot, cross runway 4 left.
E. Okay, now we need to fill our logbook in.
Luxair 86 Mike November, ready to taxi.
Meanwhile,
Luxair 86 Mike November, runway 4 right, taxi via Sierra Tango Foxtrot, uniform Alpha 1, hold short of runway 4 left.
So,
runway 4 right, taxi via Sierra Tango Foxtrot, uniform Alpha 1, hold short of runway 4 left, Luxair 86 Mike November.
MN. We did one approach, one landing, one full stop during the day. The flight was 1 hour 57. We was pilot in charge.
Passengers
all
bus
the
is
way. And that's that done. We just check that the aircraft is in the right place. Yes. So tick that box. Okay.
331 request pushback. Speedbird 331 pushback approved, no conflicting traffic. Approved, Speedbird 331.
Ground Eurowings 31 Bravo, taxi to the ramp.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Eurowings 31 Bravo, taxi to parking via Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left.
Boarding's always a bit slower.
Echo Foxtrot, hold short of runway 22 left,
Sorry,
Eurowings 31
deboarding's always
Bravo.
a bit slower.
Scandinavian 80 Delta, contact tower on 118.7.
Buses rather than jetways. But we can actually look now at GSX and it tells us, it used to tell us, doesn't tell us anymore. Used to tell it, unless it just happens on boarding. But it looks like we got the stragglers. Lovely scenery. Slightly better than out of my window. Come on, slow coach.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Okay, so that's everybody off, and
Crew bus is coming.
the crew is about to deboard. So what we need to do now is disconnect the ground power unit and turn the battery off, and that's the flight done. So thanks for being with us, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that flight. Next off we are going to Athens, so make sure you tune in for that. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.
Crew
Goodbye.
deboarding starting.